Right ahead of assembly elections, the Karnataka government's decision to scrap 4% quota to Muslims under 2B category has become the biggest talking point. The government has brought the big change, granting reservation to dominant Vokaligas and Lingayat communities and moving Muslims to the economically weaker section category. Amidst the attack from the opposition that this move targets the minorities, Union Home Minister Amit Shah came out to hail the decision.
ये जो माइनॉरिटी को आरक्षण दिया था ना, वो संविधान सम्मत नहीं था। संविधान के अंदर धर्म के आधार पर किसी को आरक्षण देने का कोई प्रोविजन नहीं है। ये कांग्रेस सरकार ने अपनी तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति के कारण माइनॉरिटी को रिजर्वेशन दिया था। वो माइनॉरिटी का रिजर्वेशन भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार ने समाप्त कर वोकलिगा और लिंगायत समाज को देकर बंधारण के स्पिरिट को लागू करने का काम किया है।
Now, Congress leaders have slammed the move as divisive. The Muslim community leaders have also decided to challenge the cabinet decision in court.
It is unconstitutional. They think that reservation can be distributed like their property. It is not their property, it is a right. The minorities of this soil are living and they have their own rights. We don't want their 4% to be scrapped and given to any of the major communities. The major communities, the Vakkaliga, Lingais, are the people who have been, they are called the Annadatas. They plow the land, they give food, they grow, they are the tillers and the landowners. We don't want any of the minorities because they are our brothers and family members.
See, the whole society is disturbed because of the BJP government. They have changed the reservation policy 3 times in the last 3 months. And they have disturbed each and every community and caste in Karnataka. And they want to pit one community against another for their political gain. That is what BJP's game plan is. Now they have scrapped the reservation for the Muslim community in Karnataka, which was in existence from last 30 years. And when there was a complete survey, census of socio-educational background of the community, and then the courts vetted it, then we had got the reservation, as other communities had got.
AIMIM Chief Asaduddin Owaisi also slammed the BJP government for the decision. Mocking Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas announcements, he said that the government in Karnataka's decision is aimed only at targeting the Muslims' progress in education and employment.
We have made 2C and 2D. 2C is the Vokaligas. We have increased their reservation from 5 to 7. 2D is Panchimshali, Veerashaiva, Lingayats and others. There also we increased from 5 to 7. And this has come from 2B, where religious minorities were holding it. But as per Constitution and judgment of 7th judgment of Andhra Pradesh, we have shifted them to EWS, economically weaker section, and this 4% has been distributed.
Even as both sides are busy calling the decision unconstitutional, whether it was before scrapping or after, where does the truth lie? To understand that, I'm now joined on the broadcast by Anurag Naidu, who is an author, Sanket Yanagi, an advocate, Dr. Sumanth Raman, a political analyst. But my first question is to you, sir, Sudha Halkai, spokesperson of the BJP. Ma'am, I'm sorry. Why now?
I can only say that justice is delayed but not denied, because as we all know, in 1994, what amendment they have got for the 4% reservation for the Muslims, that is absolutely unauthorized and it is against the spirits of our constitution. So that has to be changed one or the other day. So it is changed today. Why not today?
Ma'am, but 4 of your governments have been in power. What is unconstitutional now hasn't been unconstitutional for 4 terms at least of the BJP?
See, the demand by the Panchamshalis and the Vakkaligas was given now. So that is the reason they have went into the matter and given justice to them.
Okay, Mr. Sumanth Raman, the government has done only what people wanted. And as per the law.
Exactly.
They are talking about the law. There is a clear Supreme Court judgment in the Indira Sahani case which limits reservations to 50%. Please ask the BJP spokesperson what is the present reservation in Karnataka after this change has come in. It is now 56%. So this is a clear violation of the Supreme Court judgment, and it is very likely anyway that the matter is already before the court. So it's quite likely that this will be struck down by the court. This is a gimmick before the elections, and what can one say? I mean, the fact that the reservation had to be increased for the Vokkaligas and the Lingayats could have been done even without taking it, because anyway you have violated the Supreme Court order. You have already violated, you have crossed 50%. So whether you go to 56 or you go to 59 or 60, it does not really matter. So one second, madam, let me finish. So once you have decided to violate a court order, you might as well go the whole hog and you can give even 60%. So the purpose of taking this away from the Muslim community, mind you, this quota has existed from 1977, and one report says it was Devaraj Ar's government that actually started this reservation in Karnataka. Subsequent, Mr. Yediyurappa during his term never felt it necessary to revoke this. So this, I see this as possibly a desperate measure by the BJP to try to polarize the electorate before the election, and hopefully the voters in Karnataka will see through for what really it is. The important point, Priya, is that the State Backward Class Commission over the years have opined that the reservation given to Muslims in Karnataka is not necessarily given because they are a minority, but because as a group they are backward in Karnataka. So that is another point which will go against this revocation of this 4%.
Anurag Naidu, constitutionality is just a facade that the government is hiding behind, because you've any which ways breached the constitutional limit for the reservation. Are you doing this only to create rift between Vokkaligas, Lingayats and Muslims?
Well, I think we can accuse of 100 things. What I believe is the whole principle of this move is to move the quota from a religious denomination to an economical backward section, right? So that's how I look at it. But nevertheless, now since it has come 1 month or maybe 1.5 months before the election, it's for the people of the state to decide. If they're against it, they will vote this government out, and for it, this decision will be validated.
No, but if it was only to take care of economically weaker sections, then why take it away from one community and give it to Vokkaligas and Lingayats? You could have just taken it away from.
Well, they have their own data. Like the Chief Minister himself said, like Mr. Honorable Home Minister himself said, we've seen the visuals that, why should there be reservations on a religious basis? So if the basis is religious, that's what their premise is. So it is if at all we feel that it is unconstitutional, then courts are there, constitutional benches are there to decide on it. And I think we should leave it to the system and the courts to take care of it.
Sanket Inagi, as far as I remember, this quota wasn't exactly for Muslims as on the basis of their religion, but also because they were part of a backward community. Now, when everybody can keep fighting over who's appeasing who, isn't BJP also to be blamed for appeasing Vokkaligas and Lingayats over here, as has Congress done for so many years in the past, and even now when they advocate that religion-based quota should be given?
Firstly, let us understand what is caste-based or the religion-based system, reservation system, and what is economic status and income-based system. The EWS cannot be equated with the other one, which is purely, the minority reservation is purely based on the caste and religion. So that cannot be included, that cannot be equated, one cannot be the part of other. That is one important aspect. The second aspect is that it is a process of unsettling the settled reservations in the guise of the timing. If you can look at the timing of the election or the time of the last session or the last cabinet meeting, it appears to be purely political oriented or political benefit oriented and nothing else. And legally speaking, because I'm talking only on the legal aspects of it, So legally speaking, it is constitutionally not viable. And secondly, there is a requirement and there is a procedure contemplated that a report has to be obtained. Final report of the Backward Classes Commission needs to be obtained. Socio-economic survey need to be conducted, and collection of the
Sudha Halkai, is there any way that you can justify it politically? Legally, everybody says it is unviable.
So I would say that it is not viable.
Very much against the constitution. What amendment was done in 1994 is completely against the constitution. I told earlier also. So we have come out of that and we have done the social justice.
We'll see how the other violation of constitution when you cross the 50% reservation is justified. Thank you, gentlemen, and Sudha Halkai for joining me on this broadcast. Unfortunately, I've completely run out of time. We take a very quick break.